Morning. Sunday. I slept for 10 hours last night. 10 hours. I never sleep for 10 hours. I was in bed by 9 o'clock and I didn't wake up till 7. I feel like $1 million. So I've got a bit of work to do today. That's okay. I'm okay with that. But I thought give you a sneak peek into what we call the new studio. So I'm sure you've seen it in the background of these videos. I haven't really talked about it much at all really on the main channel. I haven't really talked about it on any other social media platforms. So if you watch these videos, you're going to get the first view of it. Caveat, there's nothing in here yet. There's a bit of furniture, but there's no kitchen equipment. There's like very basic, like my coffee machine, it's the first thing that came here, of course, has to be. Yeah, so I'll show you around some of the design choices. I'll show you around the kitchen, design choices, etc. But first, coffee, maybe a piece of toast.
You're vlogging.
Say hello.
Good morning.
Alright, quick story time first. We brought this piece of land before kind of all this social media stuff really blew up, and intended to build like our personal house on here. And we have built our house to a certain degree. We obviously own this place, but it's kind of morphed in the process. It took ages to get going, and then it morphed in the process. The business took off. We needed more space to film from, to all the rest of it. So it kind of went from us building a family home to us building a studio. That's why we call it a studio. And it's a studio that we just happen to live in. Now, for how much longer we live in here and work in here, I'm not sure. Because it means that there's like zero separation from work, which is positive and negative. So it's positive because it means you can get a lot done and you save, travel time and all that, but it's a negative because you have no personal space effectively. So we built a 4-bedroom house, and we live in 1 bedroom. So the master bedroom we live in, and that will be our bedroom, and then the other 3 bedrooms are offices. So I have an office, Caitlin and Daz have an office, Mitch and Daz have an office. And then obviously this kitchen living dining area is where we film. And there's a whole bunch of weird nuances which I'll run you through and the reasons why we chose stuff. So let me run you through the new Andy Cook's kitchen studio. So I'm going to do this POV style. Hope you can hear me. And we'll start from the view that you will start seeing very soon in the videos. So looking back, this is the kitchen. Okay, we had to go with the cooker. This is going to focus on my hands. The stovetop on the bench, and that makes it easier for filming. So currently we use this gas burner on the bench, and that's purely, we've got a stove behind us, but that's purely because of filming. So yeah, we put this here. This is all open shelving. You probably won't see this much in the videos. You'll see a little bit, but this is basically where we store all the crockery, all the nice plates and pans and bowls. I don't want doors on it. I want it to be open, nice and easy and clean. This here is the extraction. It's by a company called Whisper Air, I think. Probably completely butchered that. It will not be in the shot. You will not see it. And the reason that we got it is because the motor for this is actually on the roof a long way away. So this was a real pain for Rob to install, but he did a great job. You can hardly see it's there. You will definitely not see it when we're filming, and it's super quiet, which is the main, the great thing. So we can actually run this on the lower setting when we're filming, and you won't even hear it, which is so nice. So the cooker, we went with an induction. So this is all induction, and this is gas. So you got the best of both worlds, and I've talked about it a lot. Induction's really good. I love induction, but there's a few things that you can't do on it, like cooking in a wok or basting a steak in a cast iron pan, something where you got to kind of lift the handle up a bit. So that's why you have one gas knob or one gas hob. This has got a different, you can take that off and put a crossbar on it, or you can leave that on and you can use it as a wok. Nice and powerful. And we've got 4 big induction plates. Induction is just it's not opinion, it's just fact. It's stronger and more efficient than gas. So if you put 3 liters of water to boil on that, even though that's a strong burner, it's going to boil faster on the induction than it is on that. It's just plain simple. And I'll do a video on that at some point to prove it. So back here, the shelves will be styled. There's LEDs hidden up in the shelf here to kind of give ambient lighting. There's a little sink in that back corner. This is where all the main crockery, the main kind of, utensils and all that stuff will be stored here, and then like equipment like mixers and all that stuff. So we've got a big 900 oven down here, and then we've got a 600mm oven here. So 2 ovens, and then we've got all this open shelving here, which is where I'll store pots, pans, saucepans, anything I need to grab quickly. I think there's also power under here. Yep, lots of power under there, so we can do that there. What else? Oh, here. So we haven't quite finished this yet, but you notice up there, you probably can't see that, the light's probably not great. Up there, there's power point. There's a power point there in the roof, and there's a power point there in the roof. And we're about to install rods on the roof here that will hang down about 200 there, and that's where we're going to hang our lights off. So we won't have to have C-stands on the floor, which Mitch always trips over and gets annoyed about. So that's the space. I'm really happy with how it's turned out, the main kind of studio where we film. We have got all this glass and stuff on this wall here, which isn't great for sounding. And same here, you can probably hear in this video now, it's pretty echoey. So we're actually going to put, not a rail, just hooks up here, and we'll hang sound blankets when we're filming so that the sound's better. We'll also have another sound blanket kind of here behind where Mitch stands, just to stop the reverb going back into that way. So the same people that made all this beautiful wood counter made our table here, and our TV unit here. It's all made out of the same wood. So this is basically where we'll work off every day while we're filming. We will eat our staff lunches and stuff like that and have our meetings. We've got another table outside that we can do outside as well. So the team will arrive, we'll set up, start filming, have meetings here at the table, film, packed out at night or whatever, have lunch, all mainly in this space. So, and then we've got just up here, we've got this cupboard here. This is going to be the gear cupboard where we rig up cameras and move data and all that type of stuff, which is pretty handy. And then down there is where we live, and my office, Caitlin and Daz's office, and Mitch and Caleb are downstairs. I won't show you the offices because they're kind of boring and no one really cares to see about offices. I'm sure they'll come up at some point. Out here we will have the Gosneys or the pizza oven here, and then we have this built-in gas barbecue because we've got, which I haven't even used yet, just to cook stuffs here. I've got a burner here, which is a nice powerful one as well, which will be good for if I'm doing deep frying or anything, because these windows open right up like that. So it's because when I deep fry, it does stink out of the house, so it'll be nice to be able to do that out here. So through here is I call it the staging area, the butler's pantry, whatever you want to call it. So coffee is most important, and then the filters will be over here. Kind of not too sure what we're going to do with the space yet. Fridge, this space here will be Caitlin's wine fridge, and then big sink, dishwasher, and then shelves and pantry. So this is where I get all my ingredients ready before we start filming, and where we clean up after we shoot the filming. And general rule of thumb is in here we will only store food, and out here we will only store equipment. What else can I show you? I think it's going to frame up pretty nicely. I think it'll look pretty good on camera. It's kind of why I went with a natural tone, so it's not just all white and stark and a grey background. I'm pretty excited. I've got some more lights coming, so we run 2 aperture, like a big lantern and then like a more pointed dome here. I've got some big panels that will kind of go up in the roof up here, so to light it nicely down. Oh, but we can't see me then. One thing that I am conscious of is that we film YouTube videos, we don't film TV, and I think they're quite different and they're lit differently, which might sound weird, but we, this is our home. These channels are about home cooking. So I don't want it to look like it's filmed on a set. This is why we film in houses, right? Like we could have gone and bought a warehouse, or leased a warehouse I should say, I couldn't afford to buy one, and built a set in there. But I think building a set in a home just kind of adds a something, you know. So we want to light it carefully. I'll do another vlog at some point once it's all set up and we're kind of happy with it, just running through how the gear's set up. Some people really enjoy those gear ones, but yeah, it'll take us a couple of months to kind of really figure it out. So the team's going to move in over here on the 6th of December, 7th of December. And we're going to shoot some videos, but effectively the videos that we will shoot in here this year won't go live till next year. So we'll kind of start fresh, new year, new studio. But that's the studio. I think it's come together really well. There's a lot of people have put a lot of effort into getting this going, so I'm very thankful for that. But yeah, this, you know, this is people kind of go, oh, this is a pretty fancy place, and it's like, yeah, it's pretty nice, but you know, this was kind of already planned. I've worked for, you know, I'm 38 and I started working when I was like 16. So I've worked for a long time to be able to kind of afford to build something like this. And this kind of wasn't built from YouTube money, right? Like this is built from, you know, years of working professionally. You know, and like we didn't just pay for this place, like we have a mortgage, like we're not that, we didn't just pay cash for this place. Yeah, so there's a little bit of a tour of the studio, albeit slightly shaky one. I'm sure at some point we'll do a bit more professional polish run once it's all in, and run through some of the equipment and equipment choices a bit better. But there you go, there's the first kind of sneak peek into the new Andy Cook studio. All right, I'm gonna go get cracking and get some work done on my computer, and then I'll duck out, get my shopping done, and I'll check back in after that. One other thing I did, this is my office by the way, I did want to mention, because I kind of teased it, Duck's favourite spot. We haven't done any landscaping yet, but we will be. So this is the backyard. It's not huge, it's not small either, but this area here goes from there to there, out, and then all the way pretty much up to my office. This will be covered. We're going to put a roof on this, and this will be another outdoor kitchen for you know, but only for fire cooking. So we'll have a wood-fired pizza oven, we'll put the big smoker that I've got, the offset smoker, and some legends down in Sydney from a company called Pig and Pilgrim are building me this beautiful Perilla grill. So we'll have another kind of outdoor kitchen, I guess, but it'll all be wood. So there'll be no gas appliances out here at all wood. So that'll be cool. But that's like, I don't know, realistically there's probably 6 months before that's kind of ready to go. And I'm sure Ducky will enjoy it. Won't you, Ducky? All right. It's now 5:30. I had a relatively productive day. I did procrastinate the work I needed to do and just did now until later than I should have. And I did a couple of other things around the house, and I'm a bit of a procrastinator, but one theory that I live by, as long as I'm procrastinating and being productive, I don't get frustrated with myself. So if I procrastinate and do nothing, then I get annoyed with myself. But if I procrastinate work, but I'm still being productive, then I'm okay with it. It's fine. As long as I'm still doing something. Yeah, I think I procrastinated because I probably had it in my head all week that I was going to do nothing today. The truth is, I don't do nothing well anyway, so yeah. Anyway, I'm going to sign off now. It's 5:30. I'm going to go cook some dinner and then chill out on the couch with Caitlin for the night and get ready for the week next week. We have a big week next week. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 shorts and a YouTube to film. And I think that's the last of the big weeks. It's not the last, one more big week in there. So we got big week next week, then we got the Sydney trip the week after. We're taking the whole crew to that, and then We've got another big week, and then we wind down. So not long to go now. Looking forward to a holiday. Enjoy your evenings, and we'll see you tomorrow for a big day of shorts filming. Peace.